Most people think wealth changes slowly over generations, but right now, one of the biggest silent wealth transfers in modern history is already happening. And most people don't even realize it. Money, assets, opportunities, and ownership are quietly shifting between different groups of people, industries, and generations, based on who understands the changing economy and who doesn't. While some people are building wealth through investments, technology, businesses, and assets, others are losing purchasing power through debt, inflation, rising costs, and outdated financial habits. Today, we will talk about the silent wealth transfer happening right now and who's winning. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel 10. Most people think wealth transfers happen through inheritance alone. When people hear the phrase wealth transfer, they usually imagine rich families passing money down to the next generation. Large inheritances, family businesses, trust funds, and old money. And while that absolutely happens, there is another kind of wealth transfer happening every single day that most people barely notice. It is quieter, slower, and built directly into how modern economies operate. Money is constantly moving, from consumers to corporations, from workers to asset owners, from financially reactive people to financially strategic people. 9. Inflation quietly transfers wealth from savers to asset owners. One of the biggest silent wealth transfers happens through inflation. As prices rise, cash loses purchasing power over time. People who rely only on stored cash slowly become poorer in real terms, because their money buys less every year. Meanwhile, people who own appreciating assets, stocks, businesses, real estate, or investments often benefit because asset values tend to rise alongside inflation over long periods. This creates a hidden divide. Savers protecting cash may feel financially responsible, but asset owners are often building wealth much faster without working proportionally harder. 8. Debt transfers money from borrowers to financial institutions. Every time someone pays interest on long-term debt, money quietly transfers away from future income toward lenders and financial systems. Credit cards, high-interest loans, consumer financing, and repayment cycles create continuous cash flow toward financial institutions. Most people only focus on monthly payments, not the long-term wealth transfer happening underneath. Wealthy individuals often avoid high-interest consumer debt while positioning themselves to own assets that generate returns instead. One group continuously pays interest. The other group often receives it. 7. Technology is creating a massive wealth divide. Another silent wealth transfer is happening through technology. Automation, artificial intelligence, and digital systems are increasing the value of scalable skills and ownership, while reducing the value of repetitive labor. People who own platforms, software, businesses, or digital assets often benefit disproportionately from technological growth. Meanwhile, workers relying only on traditional labor may struggle to keep up with rising economic changes. The economy increasingly rewards leverage, scalability, and ownership rather than time alone. 6. Consumerism keeps money flowing upward. Modern economies are built heavily around consumption. Every advertisement, platform, and algorithm is designed to encourage more spending. Buy more, upgrade more, consume more. Most people spend large portions of their income immediately, often on things that lose value quickly. Wealthy individuals often participate differently. Instead of spending most of their money on consumption, they direct more of it toward ownership and assets. Over time, this creates a constant upward flow of wealth from consumers to owners and shareholders. 5. Financial knowledge itself is a wealth advantage. One of the most overlooked wealth transfers happens through knowledge gaps. Many people are never taught how investing, taxes, ownership, leverage, or compounding actually work. As a result, they participate in the economy mostly as workers and consumers. Wealthy individuals often learn financial systems earlier through family, education, mentors, or experience. This knowledge compounds over time, Small financial advantages repeated for decades create enormous differences in outcomes. In many cases, wealth is transferred simply because one group understands the system more deeply than the other. 4. The housing market is quietly separating generations. Real estate has become one of the clearest examples of silent wealth transfer. People who already own property often benefit as housing values rise over time. Meanwhile, younger or lower-income individuals struggle to enter the market because prices increase faster than wages in many places. Existing owners build equity while renters continuously transfer income toward housing costs without building ownership. This creates long-term separation between those who own appreciating assets and those who remain dependent on monthly payments. 3. Attention has become one of the most valuable assets. In today's economy, attention itself is monetized. Social media platforms, entertainment companies, advertisers, and digital businesses profit from capturing and controlling human attention. Most people spend hours consuming content every day, while a small percentage create systems that monetize that attention. This creates another hidden transfer of value. One group continuously consumes while another group owns platforms, audiences, and monetized systems. The economy increasingly rewards creators, owners, and distributors more than passive consumers. 2. The winners usually think long-term while others stay reactive. The people benefiting most from these silent wealth transfers are often not dramatically smarter than everyone else. They simply think longer-term. They focus on ownership instead of constant consumption. They invest instead of only spending. They learn financial systems instead of avoiding them. They acquire assets instead of liabilities. Meanwhile, many people stay trapped in short-term survival mode, constantly reacting to expenses, debt, and rising costs without building long-term leverage. 1. The real question is which side of the system you're on. The deeper truth is that wealth is constantly moving through the economy whether people notice it or not. Inflation, debt, ownership, technology, investing, housing, and consumer behavior all shape where money flows over time. The biggest difference between winners and losers is often position. Are you only participating as a consumer and worker? Or are you slowly building ownership, assets, skills, and systems that allow wealth to flow toward you instead? What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.